Ivan Vanko. Here's what the movie wants you to believe about Ivan Vanko, that he's a simple villain driven by personal revenge against Tony Stark and the Stark family. But the truth is something disturbingly different. He's the real hero. Vanko is the working class hero that America forgot about. In fact, this character is so repressed that he is forced all the way into what modern America defines itself against: a Soviet Russian. You understand the insanity of this statement? America can only talk about its lost population of working class people by projecting them into the boogeyman of the fallen Soviet Russian Empire. Let's examine how this Russian is the most American hero in the film. He builds with his hands. He doesn't have an AI to help him assemble things. He has vodka and Dostoevsky. Yeah, once upon a time, Tony Stark built a suit in a cave, and I'll never forget it. But Tony changed. He leaned into artificial intelligence, into enshittifying algorithms. He became an exploitative tech billionaire. Vanko doesn't have two babes to play around with while AI runs the algorithms and solves problems for which he takes the credit. He has a bird that sits on his shoulder. He's locked in. He's the only guy in this movie who doesn't suffer from pussy fever, because he's got to get shit done. He's got to make something of himself. He doesn't have time to chase tail. He's busy working on a dream, and that dream is the people's dream. He makes drones, something that can be used by everyone, not a single suit that consolidates all the power to one person. This is why he's okay with his initial skirmish against Tony. Vanko alone cannot destroy a billionaire, but he can inspire a revolution. That's what he's really trying to do. And now the attack on the stadium makes perfect sense. Are these really the helpless, innocent civilians that the movie wants you to believe they are? No, they're all of Stark's minions, the middle managers and drones of corporate America, making sure that everyone falls in line with the desires of the billionaire class, ensuring that you never get a raise that truly aligns with the value you've provided Stark Industries, ensuring that they never raise the minimum wage to a living wage. You know what that really means. So you can make a living off of honest work. Tony Stark, Stark Industries, and the billionaire class don't want that. So Ivan is prepared to hit the billionaires where it hurts. They're workers. And what about the child? Well, it's a test. How far would you be willing to go to see a better future for yourself and your family? You're going to have to break some of the laws the billionaires establish if you really want to change the world. That's a dark, unflinching message that Vanko delivers. And that brings me to something really important: Ivan's speech. He says two kinds of different statements. One kind is very simple English statements. The others are Russian gibberish. His English speech is simple and direct. There's a Heideggerian honesty to it. The Russian gibberish is there to throw you off, to make you think this guy's literally a babbling idiot from a fallen, corrupt empire. No one would side with a babbling idiot, right? And definitely not one from a corrupt Eastern European regime, right? But as fate would have it, we are now living in the fallen, corrupt empire, and we got here by siding with the wrong person. The self-mythologizing billionaire genius promising technology would set us free while clapping the cheeks of his orbiting females and profiting off a utopia hallucination that will never exist. We should have sided with Ivan, the hard-working peasant hero who has to deal with reality, whatever the costs.